How's it going, everyone? It's Gavin from Balls to You, and you're coming live from inside incubator number 1 that's full. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about something that people keep doing, and if you keep doing this really could damage your clutch or the survival rate of your eggs. Okay, so how about you come this side out of the incubator and we get into today's topic. Let's go. Let's talk about this topic in a bit more detail before we get too crazy. It's not going to be a long one, guys, but before I get any further, please give me a subscription, hit that notification bell, and also give this video a like. Okay, before we go any further, can you please do that now? Perfect. Awesome. If you're not following me on Instagram, get over and follow me on Instagram. And also, if you're not following me on Morph Market, get over and follow me on Morph Market, because when I post stuff, I don't want you guys to miss it. Let's get into today's topic. I get sent easily 2 to 3 different messages on a daily basis asking if their eggs look okay. They're worried about their eggs and how they're looking. Now, couple of things, let's rewind. I'm going to give you some tips, and I'm not going to get into it too deep, but I'm just going to say it like this. If you're from the UK, it might be an idea to follow someone's method who's an established breeder from the UK. Or if you're from Canada, it may be worth following someone's incubation method from Canada. Okay, you're in the same country, the conditions are roughly going to be the same. If that established breeder or well-known breeder has had fantastic success with their incubation method, then my advice would be to copy that method. It works. Okay, I see too many people making it complicated, overthinking things, maybe taking a piece of incubation method from one breeder in California and taking another person's piece of incubation method from Canada and trying to make it work. It's not going to work. Okay, there are multiple ways to incubate your eggs, but whatever you do, you need to follow one person's process, and my advice would be to follow that one person who is whether you're in the UK, Canada, US, Europe, wherever you are in the world, follow someone in your own country, because it's going to work. Okay, fact. The one thing I see is lots and lots of people sending me pictures about their eggs, how they look. I'm going to tell you straight, every clutch is different. Some will be dead smooth eggs, some will have bumps, some will be slightly deflated, some will be very plump. I'm not only a snake breeder, but I'm also create my own tunes, you know what I'm saying? My own lyrics. Anyway, you need to make sure you follow someone's process, okay? Who's in your country, whatever. The other thing you need to do is you need to make sure that your egg boxes, again, are from that same person. Not only the incubation, i.e. the incubator, but the incubation method, i.e. the egg boxes, is also from that same person. Again, don't make a Frankenstein incubator egg box, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Your temperatures need to be around about 32 degrees Celsius, around about 89, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, within the incubator, okay? Not in the stat, not in the egg box, within the incubator. That's what I set mine slightly high, but anyone who asks me, that's the guideline, okay? The stat can be slightly off, and in the egg box, if you put a temperature or a thermometer in there, that also too could be slightly off. I would work on an average, which is going to be within the incubator. Okay. The other reason I use a glass fronted incubator is because I don't need to open the incubator to go inside and look. I can see through the glass, and I've got clear egg boxes so I can see through the tubs. Very simple, very easy. But what that does, it stops me from opening the incubator and letting out all the air, and you're kind of getting this spike in temperature. Now, in the wild, they would get a spike in temperature and a spike in humidity. However, here in captivity, we don't want to take anything to chance. So The longer the duration that we can leave from day 1 to day 55 without tinkering or dinkering or messing is the best option, because it's going to have a nice steady process all the way from start to finish. Okay. Now, there are things you can do if you look through the glass, look through the tub, and you see an egg doesn't look quite right. By all means, take out the egg box and have an inspection. But the one thing I see a lot of is they're looking at the eggs and they're sort of, maybe they're not like dimpling like they should, or they are dimpling and they shouldn't be. Now, I get asked this question: my eggs don't look right, what do you think? The first thing I ask them is the temperature and the humidity. They reply back with, I think, and I'm sure it's, you've got to be 100%. You've got to tell me 100%, Gav, these are at 89 degrees Fahrenheit. These are at a 95 or between 90 and 100% humidity, bang on. That's key, because most of the time when eggs start to dimple early on in incubation, chances are the humidity is too low. And having a stab at the dark and going, I think the temperatures are right, I'm sure they are, isn't the answer. You need to check, double check and triple check humidity and temperature, okay? Get it spot on. Once it's spot on, it should say spot on pretty much all the way through. The one thing I will say as well is every clutch can sort of react slightly different. However, if you've got one clutch in there and it's doing okay, and you put a second clutch in there and it's kind of not doing okay, then the chances are it's basically down to the clutch, okay, not the incubation. The other thing is, I see people take pictures and candle their eggs for good veins. And I understand you're trying, and I understand you're excited, and you're trying not, you want those eggs to succeed. There is only a few things we can do as breeders if there's a problem with those eggs. Unfortunately, we can't make the eggs or the embryo stronger. If the eggs start leaking and it's got a strong embryo, we can do a little repair job, which I'll try and post in a video. I'll try and put a link up here somewhere where you guys can go back and watch that little hack video I did. We can do a few things, but unfortunately there's nothing we can do internally within the egg. If it starts to go, it starts to go, okay? It's just what it is. But what's not helping is if you keep going in there, opening the incubation door, temperature drops, you take your egg box out, you take the lid off, you're taking pictures, you're putting your torch up in there and taking pictures. Every 10 seconds, every 20 seconds that's open, that's dropping a degree, yeah? You put the lid back on, you put it back in the incubator, it's going to start to rise. All of a sudden, you're going to get fluctuations of temperature and humidity like this. Now, I'm not saying that's going to kill your clutch, but what I will say is it's certainly not going to do it any good. So my advice to you guys, whether you're new, been at this 2 or 3 years, or whether you're a veteran breeder and you're struggling with incubation, whatever it is, wherever you are in the world, try and find a breeder that's successful, has a fairly fail-safe incubation method, and follow it, okay? Follow it from start to finish. If you fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Unfortunately, I can only answer the questions that you guys ask me if you guys have the right answers for me when I ask you a question. And you've got to be absolutely certain, because at the end of the day, this is your clutch, okay? It's not mine, it's yours. And I can only help you through a picture, okay? But you've got to have the right answers to the questions. Whatever you do, just double check everything, okay? Even triple check. I want to see you guys succeed. And the only way you're going to succeed is if you make the steps to begin with and make it so it's an easy process for you, okay? This is sort of an informative video, but it's also, there's information in this video, but it's also a little bit of a sort of a knowledge and insight in what I would do if I was you. Like I said, I get 2 to 3 messages a day from all over the world on all platforms asking me, my eggs don't look right. when in actual fact they're perfectly fine. Just leave them. Make sure the temperature's right, make sure the humidity's right. You won't have a problem, okay? I hope this helps. I hope this gives you an insight. I hope it gives you some thoughts or food for thought, let's say, into how you incubate and what you're doing. Don't destroy your clutches. Let them go through. Make sure your temp's right, make sure your humidity's right, make sure your incubation method is right. I'll guarantee you 55 days later, you'll see some little heads popping out, okay? I hope this helps, guys. I hope it gives you a little insight. It's only a short video, but it's just something I just felt like I wanted to put out there and try and help people regarding that sort of information, okay? I hope you're all well. I hope your season's going fantastic. If it's not, don't stress. There's always next year, guys. But for now, take care. Hope you're all well, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I hit recorded, drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming.